So the widow of Twitch boss sold their home for $3.5 million. Let's talk about it. Before I get into the video, hit the like bell and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so as yet. So Allison Holker has bid farewell to the Encino, California home she shared with her late husband, Twitch boss. The residence is where they used to film the dance videos that became so popular on social media. Allison has now moved on to a farmhouse in Los Angeles, and it is set to cost $5 million. So she has closed that chapter of her life, and she inherits now a larger, newly built 5,800 square foot house with 6 bedrooms. The house will now provide a spacious and modern living environment for her and her 3 children, Wesley, who is 15, Maddox, 7, and Zaya, who is 3. In an interview with Oda Kabi, Holker shared the heartbreak of discussing Twitch boss, who passed away December of 2022 of suicide, with her children expressing the difficulty of such a conversation. She said what happened to Twitch boss and her going through this sorrow, she wouldn't wish it on anyone. And communication is key, she said, to the children. She also said to them that Daddy is in the stars, and anytime we want to talk to him, we can just look at the stars and talk to him anytime. She said the children still ask if Daddy is going to come back, if he's gone forever. Will he come back when he's older? I would imagine the little 3-year-old probably says something like that. That is something a 3-year-old would say. But how sad that the children are still in this mourning process. I hope she seeks some type of counseling for them, because it sounds as if they're going through some type of depression, or at least continuing sadness. So I hope she gets them some type of counseling. So I would think the older children have wrapped their head around death and the finality of death, and the person is not coming back. But it's a little 3-year-old I'm thinking about, who does not really identify with a person being gone forever and death is final. Child who is 3 years old do not have that concept about death and dying. And so it's up to the adults to really break it down in layman's terminology and try to put it on a level that the 3-year-old can understand. So she says she's having trouble explaining the passing, the death, the finality of this man leaving his family, going on to glory, meeting his maker. She's having trouble still explaining it to her children. And for a lot of people, after a loved one has passed on, and if you have the money, you will change your house. Swap it out for a new house, because the memories that are wrapped up in that house of that loved one, every room that you look in, you can see the face, you can see the gestures, the laughter, the disappointment, sadness, but the remembering of the person in every room, you see it. And so it's a constant aching, a constant just sorrow that you go through. And for a lot of people, they're not putting the person behind them. They just want to change their environment. In my own immediate family, I've gone through a lot of deaths, and I remember all the family members who have passed on to glory. I don't for one day not remember them. And so I can imagine what the children and her are going through. Just, it's fresh. It's not even a year old that he has passed on. I think it's 11 months. And so they are still going through the mourning phase. And it's a phase that you never fully get over. You know, the acceptance, the bargaining, denial. There are phases that you go through when it comes to death. And you may go back and forth with your emotion concerning if you accept it, if you are in denial, if you bargain to God, please bring the person back, take me instead, all of that. But it's something that we all go through, and it's a phase, and you may go back and forth in and out of each and every different phase at any given time. Some people get over a death within a year, and some people it takes a lifetime. So you never tell a person how to grieve. and she felt as though she should give up the house and move to a different house in order to heal, at least start the healing process, if not for her, for the children. Oda expressed to Holker that she was saddened over her husband's private battle with depression and ultimately led to him taking his own life. Allison said he wanted to be so strong for everyone, and I think that was a little scary for him to think that he might need to ask for help. But isn't that the truth? A lot of times people are appearing to be happy on the outside, but inside they are so sad, and oftentimes refuse to ask for help because they are so proud. They figure they should be the strong one in the family, and if they ask for help, that shows weakness. And so we hear that a lot, especially in the Black community. She also said he wanted to be everyone's Superman, and that is so sad. This, according to TMZ. Allison was a top finalist on season 2 of So You Think You Can Dance. She met her husband in 2010 when they appeared as all stars on season 7 shortly after they tied the knot on December the 10th, 2013. Twitch Boss was the DJ for the Ellen DeGeneres show. Allison said she tries to be strong for the children, but they see her having her highs and lows. But honestly, she says all she can do is try to move forward. And that's the honest truth, because she's got to raise those children. Twitch is gone. Now, if she buckles and she folds and goes into a depression and can't function, who is going to take care of the children? So she needs to move on. She has to move on. She cannot bring him back. But what she can do, like everyone else, is hold tight to the memories. You remember the person and keep their memory alive. And so it's holiday season, holiday time. And for a lot of people, they get very depressed during this time of the year. So if you or anyone you know are having a rough time during this holiday season, having suicidal thoughts, thinking of doing away with yourself, please reach out. There's a hotline in every state that you can call if you have no one to talk to. Guys, I'm over and out. Hit the like bell before you leave the page, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so as yet. I'll see you all on the next one. Thank you for watching.